Hi you guys, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And if you are, my name is Aileen. I'm no professional makeup artist. I just love makeup. Today, I want to test the new Fenty powder foundation, the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and this one is in the shade 230. So I plan on doing all my cream products underneath and then doing half my face with the brush and the other half of my face with the little sponge that comes in here. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. But before we go, like we always say, comment, like, subscribe. Let's get to it. These cute ears that Kara gifted me for Christmas are insane. But before I put them on, you guys, look at this volume that came out of nowhere. So, well, it didn't come out of nowhere. I worked for it. But I tried the new Living Proof. Well, it's not new. It's new to me. The Living Proof Dry Volume Blast. This is amazing. And it smells so good. So I'm really loving this volume blast because my hair is very thin. I curl it forwards and backwards and then puff it typically, but this is just like, I didn't have to put any extra work into this. I sprayed it from the roots and then leaned, sprayed it in and just ran my fingers through it and just got this volume. I'm here for it. So this was recommended to me by Jennifer from All Feisty. Girl, you did that. Like, this is so good. This is my first time trying it. I just put it in and I'm really liking it. And I think the camera can pick up the difference in the volume from what you guys typically see. So let's get to it. But these ears though from Kara from Beauty and the Frizz are just too cute. Even though once I zoom in, you may not be able to see them. I'm gonna start by using the Touche Eclat Blur Primer from YSL. Now, I will say, this is very silicone feeling. So if you don't like that, I don't recommend it. But I find that if I use a small amount, like the first time I tried it, I think I put like 2 pumps. If you don't like that feeling and you really want it to dissipate and not linger around like on your hands and your face, then 1 pump or half a pump will work, and it definitely spreads out everywhere. So besides the foundation, I'm also going to be using a few other products that are new to me, but that I feel won't hinder the foundation. So next I'm going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury medium color corrector, and it looks like so. It's like a peachy color to correct any darkness under the eyes. I have really been enjoying this. So in 2021, I promised myself that I was going to try more Charlotte Tilbury. So all I've ever tried are the Pillow Talk liner and lipstick because I got it in a mini. I wanted to give it a try because of all the hype. So I have tried that and this. This is it. So I've been watching other content creators on the eyeshadows of Charlotte Tilbury. I know the Fire Rose just seems to be the best, but it's no longer available. So I have been contemplating on a large palette, one of her longer large palettes, or a quad. But based off the content creators that I've been watching and the reviews, I really feel that it'd be best to go with the larger long palettes. I know Angela Van Rose just loves that large palette from the holiday. and I believe it's still available. So I've thought about that one, but I believe in February, around Valentine's Day, Charlotte Tilbury typically releases another one. So I was thinking, should I wait? Should I get the holiday one since there's so much rave about it? I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Which ones have you tried? Either the long or the quads that are your favorite that you think I'd enjoy. Oh, I'm sorry. So next I'm going in with the NARS Soft Matte concealer that comes in the pot. And this is in the shade Macadamia, medium 1.5. And I have been using this to spot conceal, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't think it has quite surpassed and taken the holy grail status of my Boing spot concealer, but you can see the difference. Like, it's beautiful. And I wanted to ask you guys, are you interested? So I finally, after a lot of playing around, as my skin becomes what I call experienced, not mature, not older, experience, like fine wine, honey. Are you guys interested in seeing how I perfected my complexion routine? So like, I'm not doing my complexion routine for like a glam. Let me know if you're interested in that, and I can definitely do that. So I have oily skin, I have hyperpigmentation from hormonal acne. I do still suffer from hormonal acne. It is getting under control these days, and it's a work in progress. So I have found tricks that work for me that just hide my hyperpigmentation and minimize my pores. And if you're interested, like, I could do half of my face just so you see the difference. And the biggest thing for me is not looking cakey, how it's gonna wear throughout the day, that my oils are not gonna seep through and everything's gonna look awful and atrocious. Let me know if that's something you're interested in, and I can definitely do it. And although, yes, I play with makeup all the time and all this stuff, the hormonal acne is something that is new to me. So I have had to kind of just play around and see what works for me and perfect it so I get the look I'm going for. So next I'm going to go in with the Chanel concealer, Le Correcteur de Chanel, and this is in the shade 30 Beige. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been testing and trying out the battle of the concealers, the Dior Forever Skin and this Chanel. And honestly, you guys, the Chanel one, it is definitely it for me. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I don't recommend concealers often, like, because to me, like, it's so personal to what you're looking for. But this Chanel one, it's amazing. It really is. Like, it just blew my mind. So I'm gonna go in with my Nakia Joy Cosmetics sponge. It is damp, and blend out the concealer. So since we are putting the foundation over, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the areas I want to highlight and blend that out as well. Like, already without foundation, like, I'm okay with this coverage. Honestly, Like, it's looking good. This is also new to me. It was gifted to me by Kelly Rettenberger from Keep Beauty Real, and I was yelling and excited over this. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand, and this is in the shade Medium Deep. So I am going to contour with this before I go in with the foundation. Like I said, I'm doing all the cream products first. I'm excited for this, but I hear a little goes a long way. So behave, Aileen. Even though, if you're not new to my channel, you know I love anything that gives me that bronzy glow. Oh, she deep. And I've been nervous about using this because it is so deep. But I never contour my nose, but we're gonna put the foundation over it, so why not? Might as well. And then you close it. I hear they can get messy, so I was very careful. It didn't get too messy. Oh, it blends out well. This is what I'm nervous about. Oh, that blends out pretty. I guess I was nervous because it was the medium dark, and I'm like, I'm just medium. Where did this medium dark come from? But Kelly did say, like, I use medium, like referring to herself. She uses medium and she's darker, and I'm darker than her. So she figured it would work well, and it does. Now, the nose. I don't contour my nose often, but if you decide to contour your nose, make sure you bring it up to the brow. So it doesn't just look like this is contoured, but you didn't bring it all the way up to make it look seamless. What do you think? I think that blended beautifully. I like it. Continuing on with the cream products, this is the Tarte Cream Breezy Cream Bronzer in the shade Seychelles. I love this, you guys. I have oily skin, and this just works beautifully. Honestly, I feel like this product was underrated, and I really enjoy it. And I also bought the brush that goes with it, but I really enjoy this. And this is not all the bronzing we're doing, because, you know, don't you judge me. A girl loves to be bronzed. Can you guys tell me, it can't just be me? Like, I know a few of my girlfriends and I have talked about it. Am I the only one that's upset that JLo did not release a bronzer? Like, girl, get your life. You besides your singing, your acting, whatever, you are known for the JLo glow. Like, why did you think it was okay to not give us a bronzer? Please advise, because the girl is confused. And I know she has, like, I think it's like $36, $38. It's like a liquid highlighter looking thing. And she says if you mix it like a lighter color with a darker color, you can get the JLo glow. Girl, you just created that product. You've had the JLo glow for years. Since the movie Selena. Like, come on. So there we are. There's the bronzer. Next, before we get into the foundation, because I don't want to cause any cakiness, I'm going to set my under eye. And this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. I don't know why I can never remember that. So I just dab in here lightly. It is like a loose setting powder. I don't know if you can, there you go. So it is white and goes on translucent. So I do set the under eye to prevent the creasing. And I just love this under eye powder. It's so airy and light. Next, let's do brows. So this is, I did get this in a boxy charm and I haven't tried it yet. And I figured since we're trying Fenty Beauty, why not try this one? So this is the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP. And this is in the shade Dark Brown. It's very thin and small, looks like so. So let's give it a try. Okay, so I'm gonna clean it up with some concealer around, but I will say this went on very nicely. It did not tug at the hairs. This goes on just as smoothly as the Gucci pencil, but you can get, I'll do it since, you can get the hair-like strokes so easily. Look at that. So easily. And it looks nice and natural, which is what I like. Let me do the other brow and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So I did clean up around the brows with the traditional Boing in the shade 2. Tried and true. So I wanted to show you guys, it doesn't have like your traditional spoolie. It's like a little brush. It was really nice and it didn't like swipe off product. It just made sure it was spread evenly and removed any excess. So I really like this brow pencil. On to the star of the show. I don't think I've ever tried a powder foundation. I've never tried a cushion either. So here she is. This is again in the shade 230. So on this side of my face, I'm gonna go in with a brush. This is a Bare Minerals Precision Face Brush. And it's more, oh, this is very powdery. And there is fallout, I wasn't expecting that. So I went in too hard. So it is very airy. Feels just like a powder, but it feels like a translucent setting powder, like that kind. Like it's not heavy. Oh, this does give a nice blurring effect to the pores, but I know that the blur primer and the spot concealer definitely help with that. This is a perfect match shade wise. Like this is very nice. So this is the side with the brush and this is the side with nothing. I like it. What do you think? I feel like it looks very skin-like, very natural. The determining factor will be how it wears when the oils seep through. That's definitely gonna be my determining factor. But initial application, it looks beautiful. It looks flawless. It's not settling anywhere. And I feel like you can still see the bronzer and everything come through a little more. Not enough for my liking. So I may add a little more of a powder bronzer over it. So once you flip the compact up, it does come with this little sponge here. Very soft. And I would say this is a light, on this side, it would be like a light to medium finish. So let's try it on this side, see how it goes with the little sponge it came with. I will say on initial swipe, I don't get the kick up I get with the brush. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. This is definitely a fuller coverage with the sponge. Fuller than this side, but I wouldn't say it's full. But it's definitely more coverage than with the brush. Absolutely. And I'm gonna try to zoom in for you guys, but it definitely, oh, I like this, minimize my pores a lot more with the sponge. Okay, so here is the side with the sponge applicator, and this is the side with the brush. I will say I can see, even on camera, more coverage on this side than this side. I could tell with the hyperpigmentation, even though I spot conceal, that this side has more hyperpigmentation than this side, and it's covered up a lot. The under eye area, because I did bring it up. Let me try with the brush. Like, I could tell this is definitely more coverage. What do you guys think? And I'm gonna try to zoom you in. So I have very large pores thanks to the oily skin, and they're really blurred here. They're blurred here too, just not as much as this side. And the shade match was perfect. So I'm typically in the Pro Filt'r, not the hydrating one, the other one, I forget the name. I'm usually a 220. So I was stuck between 220 and 230 because this foundation comes in 50 shades and the other one comes in 45. And if I failed to mention, this has a 12-month shelf life, and it is 9.1 grams for 0.32 ounces of product. I feel you can see the contour right here, but not the bronze. I feel like the bronze is gone. I'm gonna go in with a little bronzer, and this is the Chanel Le Beiges Healthy Glow Sheer Powder. So it was on my wish list, and then I got it for my birthday, and I am really enjoying it. There we go. That gave us a little bit more warmth and depth to the face. It gave me life back. And everything still looks really good. So just for time reference, it's 11:47 a.m. So something I wanted to mention that I just saw as I was going to put the little sponge away was right here in the top of the mirror, in the back of the compact, there's a little hole. So it'd be nice if we see refills for this. The packaging is like a hard plastic. It's very nice. I have no complaints so far. So for highlight and blush, I'm gonna go with the Wayne Goss Weightless Veil. And this one's in the shade Bright Poppy. I am gonna use this highlighter and this blush. And I'm gonna do the highlighter first. And since I'm oily and I have such larger pores in this area, I always start my highlight from like the corner of the outer corner of my eye upward. And I feel as my oils come through, that's what works best if I wear a highlighter. Like, I don't wear a bam in your face blinding highlighter most of the time because of my oils, and when they seep through, they just don't look pleasant. So I'm gonna go in with the blush right over the highlight as well. And I've really been enjoying these weightless veil blush duos or blush palettes. Like, they're just stunning. I have all four. Look at that. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that amount of pigment. I feel like you get more pigment over the powder foundations than the cream foundations. That was insane. This is not my first time using this. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna do the other side and then we'll buff that out a little bit. That's pigmented. It's a lot more pigmented than the times I've tried it before, and it's the same brush, my referral 4. So I'm confused, but it's okay. Without any product, I'm gonna get my La Mer brush and just try to buff this in. There we go. Ooh. So that worked. Let me do the other side. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit more toned down. Okay, so I don't feel, I always set my face with powder. I really don't feel the need to do that because it is a powder foundation. So here you go. Here is the side with the sponge applicator. Here's the side with the brush. So I'm not gonna do my eyes because I have another video planned for my eyes, but it is currently 11:53, so we'll say 12. I'll do a natural light clip and then I'll come back, and if I can check in throughout the day, I will, but I do have a few things to do. But if not, I will definitely check in at the end of the day. I will say I'm really liking both. So I will update you guys in a little bit and then give you my final thoughts. Okay, so here we are in natural light. This is the side with the sponge. And this is the side with the brush. So it's looking good. We literally just finished. So I will check in later. Okay, you guys, so I am back. So what time did we put on the foundation? Just shy of noon. It is currently 3:47. So again, this is the side with the sponge that came in the compact, and this is the side with the brush. So let me take a closer look. So I feel like the oils are the same on both. Maybe this side of my nose is a little bit more oilier than the other. But I will say, upon initial application, I felt like the blurring on this side was nicer. As it wore, this side is definitely more blurred than this side. So I'll see if that can zoom in. This side, yes, you see the pores, but not as much as this side. But it is wearing nicely. I think on both sides I have like a little tiny settling on the side of my nose, but nothing like crazy. I will come back later and we'll see what it looks like, and if it's excessively oily, we'll see how it touches up. We'll see. Maybe I'll come in another 4 hours. I'll try to push it as far as possible, and we'll see what it's looking like then. Okay, guys, so we're back. Let me put the light up so you can just see these glistening oils. So I forgot, it's Sunday night. I have to get the kids ready for school tomorrow. I have to do hair, you know, the whole shebang. So it is currently 6:40. Why does it keep? It's because I don't have it on, so it's asking for my password. But 6:40 p.m. So it's 7:30. We'll make about 8 hours. So not much is going to happen in 30 minutes. I think that's around the time we started. I think we got it on our face about 11:30. We finished about 12 o'clock. So here's the side with the little sponge applicator that comes in here. Look, my shadow is fading. Looks like I can't blend. It's been a long day, you guys. You could definitely see the oiliness on my nose. And then this is the side with the brush. And you can see the oils as well. You can also see it all along my forehead. I'm just oily. So let me take a closer look. So definitely the nose area and the forehead is where I would say I'm the oiliest. Now I didn't put my MAC Fix Plus and my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray that I would typically do, just because I wanted to see how the foundation performs. And honestly, for not setting it with something mattifying and it's looking this good, I really can't complain. It's not settling in my fine lines. I'm surprised that it didn't settle to any lines around here because I was eating a big old burger. Yeah, I usually eat good, but not today. So it's looking nice. I will say, initial application, I liked the sponge side better, which is this little sponge applicator. Now I gotta wash it. And that came with it. And then about my last check-in, I did like the brush side better. And now they look about the same. Honestly, I still think that the brush side looks a little better in this area, but I like the coverage on this side better. That's just me. So right here, I have a current breakout that's healing, and it didn't like get cakey and ugly around a breakout like it usually does. and start looking cakey and dry. I am really liking it. Like, I want to know why I didn't try powder foundations before. But what we're gonna do is see how well it touches up. So because I did this side with the sponge, I'm going to touch up. I'm not gonna like rub, I'm just tapping. And we're just gonna see how that touches up. And if my lips look crusty, I haven't touched that up either. So I think, I know you can see it. I can see it on the viewfinder. Like, there's no shine over here and there's shine over here. However, I will say the shine that you do see, well, this is my highlighter over here, but the shine that you see is not like a oily, greasy face, nasty shine. It just looks like a nice luminous glow, except for right here. That just looks oily. But all this on my forehead, none of this looks oily, honestly. It's my nose and right here on my forehead, which I'm pretty shocked because this is usually everywhere. So what I am gonna do, I did wash my brushes, so I don't have the same brush, but I have one like it. So this is a Tarte brush, same kind of brush. So I'm just gonna dab and just see how it cleans up, touching up with a brush. Now this is a very nice compact as far as small in size. Very nice to keep in your purse. And because it has the sponge, it already has like a really good applicator for touch-ups. Because we all know, realistically, like, yes, we all have like a small little makeup bag, but you don't want to be, at least I don't, trying to bust out with the brush for a quick touch-up. There you go. This did touch up nicely. Now that I'm looking at it closer, the touch up with the sponge looks better. There you go. So if you do buffing motions instead of tapping with a brush when touching up, it blends flawlessly and it doesn't look like you've added any additional product. And honestly, now that it's seeped into my skin, I don't know, you could probably see it, but like my pores look so refined. Like, this is, I like this. I really like this, I must say. And for a quick, I'm on the go, let's give ourselves a little coverage. Like, this is nice, but I would wear this with a glam look. There's the wear test. Let me know what you guys think. What side do you think looked better? The one with the sponge or the one with the brush? Because what I see in person is different than what the camera sees. And even though I have hormonal acne, I don't care if they peek through just a little bit, like, whatever. This is me. It is what it is. Thank you so much, and don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Until next time, bye.